begins with one small step. It doesn't matter how hard you hit, whether you win or lose. What matters is that you have a common goal. And to reach that goal, it takes a band of brothers acting as one. Every week we come together to witness these gladiators of the gridiron pour their heart and soul onto the field. This is CEFCU's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Illinois Pork Producers.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to CEFCU Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Illinois Pork Producers. I'm Paul Wapple, along with Adam Anderson. We're here at Cyclone Stadium at Sacred Heart Griffin in Springfield, where the Cyclones will host the Rochester Rockets in a Central State 8 showdown. This might be, it probably is, the biggest high school football matchup of the night in the state of Illinois. Adam, this is going to be a fantastic matchup. Leonard Bowl again. It's going to be father versus son, Rochester against SHG. I don't know where to start.
Yeah, you could put, all the added stuff onto it. What it really, I think, boils down to is you're going to see two really, really good football teams tonight. I'm excited about this matchup. The atmosphere already is just fabulous. It's going to be a good night.
Both teams undefeated, 6-0. Both teams tied for first place in the Central State 8. SHG ranked first in 6A. Rochester ranked second in 4A. What are the keys to tonight's game?
For both teams, really, it's stay calm and play your game. I can talk about key players for 30 minutes on tonight's game because there are that many guys that are key in this matchup. You have Tremaine Lee, Colin Stallworth, Avante Cox, Tim Brinheisen, and the list goes on and on. The big key for both teams is to stay calm and do what you've practiced all week. Neither team has faced another like they're playing tonight, so they need to kind of settle down, get used to the atmosphere as early as possible. I know both staffs are two of the best in Illinois. They're going to have their kids ready to go. Don't get caught up in the night. Don't do too much. Just stay calm, do what you know what to do. Is the big key tonight.
We're going to have plenty to talk about during tonight's broadcast. Right now, we'll turn it over to ABC News Channel 20's Brendan Cullerton. Brendan has our all-synthetic group Midwest field conditions. Brendan?
Adam, Paul, I just spoke with Channel 20 meteorologist Thomas Patrick, who says 0% chance of rain, so we're all good there. We were a little bit worried before, but a twist to today's field conditions. I'm here with Jeremy Strawn of All Synthetic Group, the man who built the field, and you tell me it was a long process.
Yeah, it was a long 121 days from the start of the first trees coming out over along the tree line here to the sod going in, and I think it was the first week of January when we finally got that put in. But we made the schedule, we got it done, and here's the results.
And as the guy who built it, how does a turf like this differ from grass, which most teams in the area actually have?
The drain systems are, what a lot of people, really think are the best part. The playability is always good, but the fact that it can rain, it can rain 4, 5, 6 inches, and the field drains up to 10, 12 inches an hour. And that's all just something that's done in the beginning that no one ever sees.
And luckily the drainage not a factor tonight again, but before I let you go, everyone wonders the black little specks that pop up from the field. What's the purpose of all that?
It's rubber. It's crumb rubber is what that is, and it's a shock attenuation for head and shock, the concussion things. That's which is a big thing right now. And that SHG did this in 2011, 2012, so they were looking way out in the future whenever they were putting their field together.
All right, thanks, Jeremy. And there is your all-synthetic field conditions report.
And we'll be back with the opening kickoff in just a minute. You're watching CEFCU Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Illinois Pork Producers. Don't go away. We'll be back with more from Cyclone Stadium. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to CEFCU Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Illinois Pork Producers. I'm Paul Wapple, along with Adam Anderson. Cyclone Stadium tonight is the site of tonight's Central State 8 matchup between the Sacred Heart Griffin Cyclones and the Rochester Rockets. Both teams undefeated. Been a lot of hype about this game, Adam. This game, we're almost set to go, and I can't wait.
Yeah, I cannot wait for it. This is my first Leonard Bowl. There's not an empty seat in the house. There's a lot of people standing around. It's going to be exciting.
And here is tonight's coin toss, sponsored by the Illinois Pork Producers and Sacred Heart Griffin and Rochester. representatives of both teams out there, of course, for the coin toss for tonight's game. And I want to thank the Illinois Pork Producers for sponsoring that for tonight's matchup. So we are almost set for action here. And Adam, we talked about it, and everybody's talked about it all week. The offenses exploding. Both teams are explosive. It's going to come down to a little bit of a defensive, maybe who can come up big on defense tonight.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are saying who could make the first stop, who could make the other team blank first. I think that will have a lot to do with it. Again, turnovers are going to be key in any kind of matchup, and special teams is going to come up big too in a game like this.
It's going to be a good one, and I said it, and other people said it. I think this is the biggest game, high school football game in the state of Illinois tonight. Class 4A, ranked number 2, Rochester is, of course. Sacred Heart Griffin, number 1 in 6A. Just should be a heck of a showdown.
Yeah, there are guys in the Chicagoland area talking about this game and coming down to see it because they know it's going to be a special night. And if you can get the attention of the Chicagoland area for Central Illinois football, it's a big game.
And there you see head coach Derek Leonard on the Rochester sidelines, and father versus son, the Leonard Bowl. It's been talked about all week, and we had on the Pepsi High School football preview show Brad Leonard, who's Derek's brother and one of Ken's sons, and Liz Leonard, who's battling back from cancer and doing very well. Happy to hear that. And Liz said she's always glad when this game gets over. There you see Ken Leonard and two of the best coaches. We've talked about it, but in the state of Illinois, state championships between both of them. Great coaches, offensive minds, and I don't know where you stop. There you see Ken's career record, 33 season, 323 wins.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Ken Leonard is really the godfather of Central Illinois football. He's the man that you want to be like when you're aspiring to get into coaching. He's great to talk to. He'll sit down and talk to anybody. Derek's is exactly the same way. Two great guys.
Brian Adams and Spencer Red back deep for the Cyclones, who will receive the opening kickoff. We are just about set here at Cyclone Stadium on a beautiful night for high school football. We have a heck of a crowd, and we know there are a lot of people at home watching, which is great as well, and a big night for high school football in Central Illinois.
Beautiful weather. I mean, walking up to Cyclone Stadium tonight, it felt like a college game, a college atmosphere with people tailgating and both communities interacting. It's going to be a great night.
And we are just about set. Paul Wapple and Adam Anderson calling the action tonight. Happy to bring it to you, and you can hear the crowd. And we are underway at Cyclone Stadium. Kick is out of bounds. So no return opportunity there for the Cyclones.
Yeah, and it looks like it says she's just going to take the ball at the 35.
Cyclones high-powered. And let's take a look at your CEFCU starting lineups. CEFCU, not a bank, better. And there's that offense for Sacred Heart Griffin and some big offensive linemen.
Yeah, and of course the one person that you've heard all year about, if you're watching this game, is number 2, Tremaine Lee. He is a special running back, but this Rochester defense has stepped up, and they've played a lot tougher this year. That's one thing they wanted to work on.
And they've got some players to play on both sides of the ball. Rochester does, and we'll see how that turns out tonight, see if fatigue is a factor. There's the handoff. Left side out to about the 40-yard line is Tremaine Lee, the 5'9", 190-pound junior. And Adam, we've talked about him off and on throughout the season. He is tremendous speed and loves to go behind that big offensive line.
Yeah, he's got it all. A lot of people expect him to be one of the best backs that have come through Griffin. Now, I grew up watching Kenny Burns, and so he's got a lot to live up to, but he's doing it so far.
On second down, it's Lee again, out to about the 43-yard line.
Actually got to do acceleration with Kenny Burns in high school. We were the same age. One of the best athletes I've ever seen.
Hurry-up offense, of course, for the Cyclones. Tim Brenneisen at quarterback. There's the handoff again, and it looks like that is good for a first down. And we'd like to thank Casey's General Store, one of our first down sponsors all season long. So nothing fancy so far, just some handoffs, and it's working.
Yeah, and they're going a little bit faster than I expected them to. I thought they might burn a little time, but
lead to midfield. crosses midfield down to the 46-yard line of Rochester.
You know, Brad Leonard even mentioned it in our pregame show that he expected his dad maybe to slow it down a little bit, but they're getting right on the ball. They're trying to go a lot faster than they normally do.
They are indeed. Second down and a couple. The handoff to Lee, who stutter steps and gets down to about the 42-yard line.
Great tackle by number 5, Avante Cox. He's one to watch on defense at the linebacker position. He can make a lot of big plays. Again, the Rockets are missing his twin brother, Deontay, who broke his arm 2 weeks ago.
And that's good for another Casey General Store first down, 1st and 10 from the 42. Fumbled on the play. It's loose, still loose. I think SSG may have recovered, but let's see. No. Some of the Rochester players saying they have it. No official signal yet.
Looks like we're going to go to second down. That was
okay. Brian Adams, number 1, was in on the play. For SHG. I'm not sure you see the replay.
Check out the replay here.
And just couldn't get the handoff off. Brenheisen to Adams.
Looked like Brenheisen didn't even really catch a snap clean. Again, when you rush, mistakes happen. You got to stay calm.
We'll call it 2nd and 12. Brenheisen with the handoff to Adams. He's behind the line and of scrimmage and is brought down at the 45, so a loss on the play.
Yeah, great job by the Rochester defense. You really got to be sure about tackling. Riley Lewis, the sophomore out there playing corner. Tackling tonight is going to be key for both sides of the ball. You cannot give guys another chance to break a play.
3rd down and long for the Cyclones. Undefeated, top-ranked in 6A. Brenheisen back to throw. Does throw. Left side, goes deep. And it is almost intercepted by the Rockets down near the 20-yard line, inside the 20 on 3rd down.
Took a chance there out deep to Cade Ennington there with the pass breakup. Thought he had some receivers open underneath, but tried to make a big play there to Michael Healy, who's had a few big weeks catching the football. So this is what Rochester needed, especially on an opening drive.
4th and 14. Brenheisen, high snap, has it, gonna punt it. Not a very long punt. Bounces at the 30 and out at about the 25, 26-yard line is where the officials will mark it. So that's where the Rochester offense will take over.
Let's see what they can do here. If they can, take an early lead here and get out in front. But I know this Cyclone defense is going to be excited to make a stop and show really what they're worth too.
So 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. 9:15 to go. Opening quarter action from Cyclone Stadium. Nick Baker in a quarterback for the Rockets. Going to keep it. Left side. Has some positive yards out to about the 35, 36-yard line. So pick up of 9 on the play.
Yeah, good run by Baker. He's not really known for running the football. I don't think he's had to do it a whole lot this year, but that's a good first down run.
And Rochester has had success with both of the quarterbacks they've used this year.
Yeah, so far. And I would expect to see Grant play a little bit later on in this game too. 2nd
and 3. Back to throw, incomplete. Baker's attempt. It was a pass. It was incomplete.
It was a forward pass, throwing that out to Avante Cox, who came by in motion. Again, that play is made on the outside. Your receivers have to have strong blocks. If they don't, that's exactly what happens. Cox gets blown up before the ball even gets there.
And there you see the Rochester offense and the SEFQ lineup for the Sacred Heart Griffin Cyclones. 3rd and 3. Baker back to throw, going deep, right sidelines. Can't connect with his receiver there. Colin Stallworth, the intended receiver, the 190-pound senior, and he is a good one.
Yeah, he is one of the best you're going to see probably in the state of Illinois. He's a great athlete, a great basketball player, too, for the Rockets. I think he kind of got a little too excited there and overthrew him. So big stop for the Cyclones here. You got Rochester in 4th and short, and I would expect to see a punt here.
And the quarterback, Nick Baker, is back in punt formation. He does punt. Good kick. Nobody back for the Cyclones to receive. Takes a Rockets bounce, and will it go into the end zone? And, he slid into the end zone. The official spotted at the 1-yard line. So my goodness.
In high school football, you can slide and still catch that ball, and it's down where you touched it first. I know in the NFL you can't break the plane of the goal line, but in high school football that does not matter. So that ball looks like it's going to be spotted on about the 1.5, 2-yard line.
So the Rockets have the Cyclones just about as deep as you can get a team.
Yeah.
And that's where the SHG offense will start their second drive of the game.
Shout out to the Rocket staff right there. Defense coordinator Steve Beaker leads this Rocket defense, and both these teams have great staffs, not just great head coaches. Some of the best staffs in the state. There's probably 3 or 4 head coaches on both sidelines, so I know that comes in handy in big games like this.
Brent Eisen in the end zone, shotgun formation for SHG. He gives to Lee, who's out, gets some yards out to about the 9-yard line, so a good pickup there for the junior.
Yeah, he's the one to focus on. He's your guy, but again, SHG is going to come at you with a 3-headed attack of running backs. They're going to have number 1, Brian Adams, who went in motion there. You're already going to see number 32, Tristan Blair, at some point as well.
Lee again, and Rockets read that one well.
And defensively, this front line is playing. They don't get a whole lot of credit. Offense takes a lot of the credit at Rochester, but they're doing a great job so far here tonight.
Tremaine Lee in the backfield with Tim Brent Eisen for the Cyclones. Handoff again to Lee, who has to move, and he is loose. He's to the 30, to the 40, to midfield. It's a foot race. He's to the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, 5, touchdown. Tremaine Lee, 91 yards rushing for the touchdown, and that is a Young Security touchdown, our touchdown sponsor this season. For every touchdown, Young Security will donate $50 to a local charity. This week's charity is Contact Ministries, and just like that, they kept giving the ball to Lee, giving it to Lee, and boom, takes off. There's that speed and opening.
Yeah, that's
91 yards.
That's just a snapshot of what kind of running back Tremaine Lee is. He can change a game just like that. They had that big stop on second down. He only got about a yard, maybe line of scrimmage. Then he takes the third down into 91 yards to the house. Unbelievable run by Tremaine Lee.
And the Cyclones will attempt the point after attempt. Colin Boyd will try to make it 7-0 SHG here in the first. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. So 7-0, the Cyclones strike first. 7:24 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a break. You're watching CEFCU Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Illinois Pork Producers. Back with more in just a minute. Welcome back to CEFCU Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Illinois Pork Producers. Paul Wappel along with Adam Anderson, Cyclone Stadium. SHG strikes first on the 91-yard touchdown run by Tremaine Lee. The extra point attempt is good. 7-0 Cyclones over the Rockets. 7:24 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, that came
just
in a
like
hurry.
That. It did. We talked about these offenses, and we saw it right there. They kept pounding the ball, giving it to Lee, and he just took off. So Rochester will receive. It's a short kick at about the 28-yard line, and nothing doing on the return. So Cyclones are fired up, and why not?
The football came out. 17, Ben Chapman was on and caught the ball, but they're saying
the Rochester. Okay.
Yeah, saying he was down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, this is.
Take a breath, folks.
Yeah, this is exciting.
We got a little break right now.
Hope you are enjoying it.
Again, neither one of these teams huddles. They like to go quickly. That's going to play into probably tonight too. Is nobody's played a full game.
Nick Baker, shotgun formation for the Rockets. Undefeated, ranked second in 4A. Coached by Derek Leonard. Bobbled by Baker, going to throw. Does throw, and nobody there. Probably misconnection, maybe miscommunication there.
Yeah,
and a tough play after you bobble the
looked like
the snap.
A timing issue, and he kind of just sailed that one out there as he had pressure in his face too.
We'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 29. for the Rockets. And Alec Ostermeyer. And now we're going down to Brendan Cullerton on the sidelines. Brendan?
Hey guys, I'm here with Jeff Ambrose, SEFCU branch manager in Springfield. How about that? There are no breaks here. What do you think about that run?
Amazing. I mean, great night for football, two great schools, and just really excited to be here with you to watch the game tonight. So,
SEFCU obviously out here tonight, but you say you guys like to get involved in a lot of other community events as well.
yeah, really important to come out, support the student athletes. You've seen our support throughout the season with the games, Friday Night Lights. We have coming up supporting the March of Dimes Signature Chefs event, involved with Zuli Guli out at the zoo and here in Springfield. Joy of Sharing is coming up during the holiday season. So really important to just be a part of the Springfield community, and glad to be here again tonight to support these athletes. So,
all right, thanks, Jeff. Adam, Paul, we'll throw it back up to you guys.
Thank you very much. Avante Cox with the reception for the Rockets. And we appreciate SEFCU sponsorship this season on Friday Night Rivals. Thank you very much.
So it's going to put them in a 3rd and long here, 3rd and 7. Let's see what the Rockets can dial up.
Baker fakes the throw,
He's got
looking to
open
throw,
deep.
going deep. He's got Cox. Oh, and he can't quite hang on to it. Just overthrew him a little bit.
You know, this is
Wow.
the first big game for Nick Baker. Didn't played a little bit last year, but I think he's just getting a little too excited. He needs to calm down a little bit, take a little bit off that ball, because there was nobody between Avante Cox and the end zone right there. He could have jogged in, and I know Baker's upset at himself for missing that one.
4th and 7 from the 32. Baker back in punt formation for Rochester. He gets the punt away, a high punt, and out of bounds at the 39, close to the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Cyclones as they take over on offense.
Yep, and they definitely got to play tough here on defense. Need to get a stop, keep them out of the end zone, because you don't want to be playing catch-up against a Sacred Heart Griffin football team.
If you're ready, girls, heads up.
In case you just joined us, 7-0, 6:29 to go, first quarter. SHG over Rochester. Rockets scored on a long touchdown run by Tremaine Lee. Brent Eisen with the handoff to Lee. Right side, nothing doing this time.
Great job by this Rocket defense, not letting him get going, because you let him get ahead of steam, we saw what happens. Chase Kunzman on the stop there, shooting in. Let's see what happens.
Chase Kunzman, the senior, with the tackle on the play. 2nd and 9. Brent Eisen going to hand it off to Adams. Adams on his feet. Stopped at about the 47-yard line. Pickup of about 6 on the play.
Yeah, Adams, he's the other big running back here tonight. You're going to see Tristan Blair at some point, I would expect. They're kind of, again, a three-headed monster. Adams is more the versatile speedster. So
3rd and 2, Tremaine Lee.
I don't know if he got it.
I don't think he did, Adam, yeah. See where they mark it.
No,
but
he looks like they're going to mark it about the line of scrimmage.
So, injured player down on the field for SHG.
Tonight's game is being broadcast live on CW.
So we'll see what that's all about.
Yeah, a little stuck. Hopefully it's not warm enough to where everybody's cramping.
All right, CW23 TV. Friday Night Rivals is available streaming live online. Log on to CW23TV.com and click on the Friday Night Rivals link. You can also find complete game videos and photos from this season's games. Friday Night Rivals. Adam, this game is living up to its expectations, all the pregame hype and everything so far. So
take a look at the replay here to see if we can figure out where the injury might have came in. Looks like just got rolled up there on the backside.
5:23 to go.
Number 68, John Burgett, was the lineman that's down, but he went off on his own power, so hopefully he's doing okay.
4th and 2 for SHG. Handoff.
He's going to be
I
short.
don't think he got it.
I think he had to get to the 50 or over it.
Tristan Blair with the carry, and I don't think he got it, and the Rockets will take over near midfield, Adam.
That's a big stop for Rochester. Their sideline's excited.
So let's see what the Rockets can do here. And 5:09 to go, first quarter action. Nick Baker in at quarterback. There's the pitch to Avante Cox, right side to the 45, to the 40, and inside the 40-yard line with a nice run there.
Yeah, so far that's probably been the most positive play that Rochester's had here on offense. And you want to get it to Cox. Cox and Stallworth are your two big offensive athletes. Again, with Deontay Cox being out, I would expect Avante to get the ball a little bit more. You also need to look out for number 2, Matt Wick, the transfer from Mount Zion. He's going to step up big here tonight.
And that pickup was enough for a Casey's General Store first down, one of our first season sponsors on Friday Night Rivals. Baker pump fakes, going deep near the end zone, and too much for Avante Cox this time.
Again, he's just a little long on all those throws. He's had some guys open. He's just put a little too much on it. Got to calm down a little bit.
4:56 to go. 7-0 SHG. There you see the replay and going for it all there on that one. Baker to Cox. 2nd and 10 from the 39. There's the handoff. Gain of about 3 for Alec Ostermeyer, who's having a good year as well for the Rockets.
The Rochester receivers always get a lot of the press and the quarterback, but if you look at their state title runs and some of their other seasons, their running back has always been one of the big focal points. You got to have a running game.
Flag on the play before the play.
Have a false start here on the Rocket offensive line.
See what
snap,
that's all
false
about.
start, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
All right, there you hear the call from the official. So still 3rd down and 13. Make it 14. Baker at midfield, has time, now running, going to keep it. Turn, still on his feet. And brought down at about the 37-yard line. Pickup of about 6 will not be enough for the first down. Good run there, all things considered. He was in trouble.
Yeah, it got a positive play out of it. Good job by Baker to feel pressure and just, he's a tough kid. He's going to get what he can. And looks like we're going to see a little interesting formation here by the Rockets.
Here we go. Derek Leonard in the offense.
Got to do what you got to do.
Coach of Rochester with let's see what he dials up here for Nick Baker. 4th and 8 from the 37. Baker looks to the sidelines. And the Rockets want to talk about it. They want to take a timeout, and I think we will probably do the same. Take a timeout. You're watching SEFCU Friday Night Rivals presented by the Illinois Pork Producers. Back with more from Cyclone Stadium in just a minute. Stay with us. Welcome back to SEFCU Friday Night Rivals presented by the Illinois Pork Producers. Paul Wapple and Adam Anderson calling the action tonight. And you see the Chick-fil-A out there, one of our sponsors this season. And there's a flag on the play, another one.
It looks like you're going to get another false start here on the Rocket offensive line. Oh, no, they're going to call it
on SHG. Okay.
Okay.
So you go from 4th and long to 4th and manageable.
Coachman, defense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
So 4th and 3 now for the Rockets.
Once again, let's hear you.
So again, still 4th down. This is a huge play.
The 32-yard line of SHG. Baker still not sure what he wants to call, and now he's ready. Low snap, he keeps it himself, has the first down for the Rockets, and that is a Casey's General Store first down for Rochester.
Great job, great play call by Coach Leonard. He's changing a lot of the plays at the line. He's an animated guy, very different from his dad in that perspective, but he knows they need to get in the end zone on this drive to keep this game kind of well within their reach.
So they trail, the Rockets do, 7-0, 3:23 to go, opening quarter action. And look at this, Avante Cox will get the snap on a trick play, and he is down to about the 20-yard line. So a nice pickup of 7 there for Avante Cox, who can do it all.
Hey, can't pull out any stops here tonight. You can't hide anything in your bag. You got to do what you can to get it to a win, and I'm sure there's probably some tricks that his dad didn't know about coming into tonight. But you're going to see two pretty similar offenses.
2nd and 4. Baker, gets away from a tackle. Now he's brought down by a couple of Cyclones at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, they had heavy penetration on that play and really never let Baker get going.
Number 33, Roger Dondonville, one of the players in on that one, on the tackle. So 3rd down and 9 for the Rockets.
3rd down and 6.
The pitch and gain of a couple on the play.
Yeah, maybe got a yard there. Not a ton of room there for Matt White.
So brings up 4th down and 5 from the 23. Empty backfield. Plenty of time. Going to keep it and run himself, and he does. Will not get the first down. The Cyclones defense swarms the Rochester quarterback.
I thought Baker had an opportunity to get rid of the football. He had Avante Cox coming across from the left to the right. I thought he could have got it out to him. I think he felt a little bit of pressure and got rid of it. Again, he has not played a defense like this Cyclone defense is.
All right, so SHG will take over. Tim Brenneisen pitches it left side to Tremaine Lee. Looking for some room and stacked up inside the 25-yard line.
Other than the big 91-yard run that Lee got loose, the Rocket defense has done a great job at containing him. They're really not giving him any real cutback lanes. Their first tackler is bringing him down, which is huge because he's ripped off some big runs in prior games with guys missing tackles.
2nd and 9. Fake. The handoff. Brenneisen's got a man open down the left sidelines. Across midfield to the 40 and out of bounds at about the 38-yard line for the Cyclones. So a big pickup and a first down there for SHG. Spencer Red with the catch there and the big pickup. The 5'11", 180-pound junior, and that is good for a Casey General Store first down.
Red and Michael Healy kind of switched positions, and Red came wide open down the sidelines. Looked a little miscommunication by the Rocket defense, and that's a huge play.
1st and 10, Lee left side. Flag on the play. So inside of a minute in the first quarter. See what the flag, there's the
It's going to be hold here on the Cyclones.
So that'll push SHG back near midfield.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty for the spot of foul. Repeat first down.
So it'll still be first down and 22 for SHG on this beautiful night. Jacket weather, high school football weather.
Yeah, it is football weather finally. We got rid of the rain. We got rid of unnaturally warm weather for late September and now in October.
Hand off to Lee, who's got a hole, got some room. Left sideline, still on his feet. Finally brought down at about the 26-yard line. So that is a big pickup and a Casey's General Store first down.
He changes the field immediately. If you take a look at the replay, his burst through the line right here, that's not something you see for every running back in the state. He's got a gear that nobody else has.
First and 10 for the Cyclones from the 27. Brenneisen goes going to throw, going to keep it, and goes down at about the 23-yard line with 22 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Clock continues to run here at Cyclone Stadium.
Looks like Brenneisen was kind of a triple option look and decided to keep it.
And the Cyclones may get this play off. They do not have to. They have enough time on the clock, the play clock. Let's see what they do. And that will do it here after 1 quarter of play. From Cyclone Stadium, it's Sacred Heart Griffin 7, the Rochester Rockets nothing. Back with more from Cyclone Stadium. You're watching SEPCU Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Illinois Pork Producers here on CW23. Back with second quarter action in just a minute.